My friends, one of the best strategies in this game are baby dragons, alright? And it isn't a specific strategy. We'll just look at my battle log. Look, we got baby dragons and archers, baby dragons and cannon carts, baby dragons, cannon carts, and barbarians, baby dragons, cannon carts, and bombers. There's all sorts of baby dragon strategies, but the one thing that differentiates all of these strategies is base recognition and seeing why you're using baby dragons against a specific base. You can bring in any of these armies and probably get a 6-star, but it'll be more important for you to understand why you're bringing in those armies. So today, I'm going to try and find a base and explain to you why we're going to bring in baby dragons. So, we're going to look at this first base. The first thing I'm looking for with the baby dragons are these air defenses, these 4 big boys. And I see that 2 of them are not protected by the lava launcher. So, that immediately, my first thought is, okay, how do I get those down? Alright, so I'm thinking over here, 2 cannon carts on the barracks, and then I could use archers to take down the giant cannon, and the archers will test for the cannon carts on the archer tower, and worst case scenario, I can full send the cannon carts into the archer tower, right? And then I sometimes would immediately start there. No, where are we going to put our battle copter after we get this value? Right up here. We're going to put him there. He's going to funnel out for our baby dragons, and then we'll be able to actually, I don't know where I'm going to put him. I want to say up there though, yeah. So why don't we first, we're going to send in both cannon carts. Usually in top ladder, I would probably test for traps there. The only reason I'm not testing for traps right now is because I'm not that high up in trophies. But our first step, of course, is getting down the giant cannon. We can 1v1 an archer tower any day of the week. A giant cannon is a different story. So we're going to go like 1, 2, and then now we're going to look at this test for the anything on the archer tower. We find nothing. So why don't we go ahead, we'll start battlecopter now. The reason we're starting him, I don't know if you saw my previous video on this, but I explained to you that you don't want your battlecopter to still be working on stuff when you're already ready for it to be inside the base. Like, I'm putting him there because I want to make sure that he doesn't get too far into the base before I have taken down this Air Expo. But look, Air Expo is going down, so honestly, as you can probably see here, we kind of started him a little bit later than we should have. Now, I really want to put an archer on this builder hall to help us take down the builder hall. Look, we do find a Tesla there. That's really annoying. We're going to do battlecopter ability right there. That's going to take out the Tesla and work on the archer tower. My cannon carts are just sitting still. They're doing absolutely nothing. So imagine if I had placed them down at better intervals and then they actually did something for us. That's what I mean when I say place your battlecopter down early. So we're going to go that baby dragon, and then now we have another baby dragon working through the base. We're still swagging in ability. We have both our cannon carts surviving. And just like that, you see, we took down the base. Now, I understand I didn't really touch on my baby dragon placements there. And I'll be honest, I don't really think they're great baby dragon placements, but that's okay. We're going to go into the next attack here. First, I'm going to explain to you how to take down stage 2, but we're going to go into our next attack, and I'm going to try and explain why I'm placing my baby dragons where I'm placing them and what my thought process is there. But overall, I'm going to say it's a good attack. Now stage 2. Stage 2, there's not that much air defense, which are why baby dragons are so strong. So all we need to do is think, how do we get down all these firecrackers? Well, we have the 2 cannon carts from the first stage still here. That is what makes this strategy so strong. The 2 cannon carts are just so OP, especially in stage 2. So first things first, we want to see how many Teslas are there going to be. And to do that, we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Because we only counted 12 defenses, that tells me that there are going to be 1 Tesla on this stage. So my first place where I want to put a cannon cart is just from both these corners right there, right? Why am I putting both of them in the same corner? Number 1 is speed. I don't want my cannon carts to get too caught up. There's an elixir storage over here, and 1 cannon cart on an elixir storage is going to take forever to take down. And number 2, I want to make sure that if we do find the Tesla, we can pretty easily take it down, because the 2 cannon carts are going to take it down much quicker. Now, you notice I already put down my battlecopter. I didn't really explain why I put him down. That was just because it's kind of time sensitive. You want your battlecopter to be down pretty early. I put him in a place where he's going to charge up his full ability without taking any damage. I saw there's a gold storage and not in range of any firecrackers. and so I put them on it. Now, if you're wondering how can you tell when something is in range of a firecracker, well, if the building is touching the firecracker with 2 tiles, it's normally going to be in range. You can outrange it actually, but it's very difficult to do so. So if a building is touching it with 2 or more tiles, I guess you can't really touch it with more than that. Don't go straight in for it. So look, we already found the Tesla now, and we're taking down the auto outpost and all of its zappies with our cannon cart. Look at this baby dragon ability, and look, we're swagging literally 2 baby dragons, both with their abilities, because stage 2, this strategy is just so strong. The battle copter cooks, the cannon carts cook, and it is over. So why don't we go ahead and try and explain more of why we're attacking the way we're attacking. Here we go. Okay, so against this base, again, first things first, what we're looking for are these big air defenses, and we want to think, how can we get them down? Well, number 1, we do see that if we were to go from a corner, we would be able to outrange the lava launcher and take down Archer Tower, Double Cannon, Mega Tesla, Roaster. And this is one of those rare examples where I am going to want to bring a bomber, because the bomber is going to open that corner, let me take down that Archer Tower, and let me get the perfect range. Now, we got to be careful, so I want you to kind of pay attention to how I'm going to play this, but after we get all of those buildings down, I think we would put Battlecopter from the very corner. He's going to work on all of this stuff. We don't need to place him down too quickly, but okay, first things first. What we're going to do first is we don't want to just full send the bomber immediately, because you got to understand there's a lot that we got to get through. So if we were to just full send the bomber, the cannon carts would need to get through the laboratory, the camp, the barracks before they could even take down the Archer Tower, and that Archer Tower is going to kill the bomber pretty much before we even get a chance to engage it. So first things first, also a pretty major thing I want to take out are those guard post units. You know, they're very vicious. So now here comes the bomber. There you go. That's going to distract for that guard post barbarian, and now we can just pretty much let our cannon carts cook. And now we're going to send in Battlecopter from the corner. All right. Now, I do believe... Oh, wow. Voice crack, baby. I do believe I kind of started this a little too late. I think the approach that I'm taking definitely takes a little bit of time. So I'm kind of questioning to myself now, should I have brought an extra cannon cart to speed it up? Should I have brought archers to speed it up? Archers to funnel? Archers to test for traps? Because if we could have used archers to take down the lowered Archer Tower. There's a lot of uses that I could have had with the archers here. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Look, we find the Tesla. I'm not going to pause my cannon carts because that's just more time consuming. And I really want my cannon carts to take out the Mega Tesla and the Roaster sooner than anything. Now, Battlecopter's working on that elixir storage, which isn't that bad. And what we're going to do actually is this. We're going to send in 3 baby dragons. I'm going to put 1 on the Archer Tower, 1 on the lowered Archer Tower, and 1 on the Expo, and watch 1, 1, and then 1. And then I want to go Battlecopter ability, pop baby dragon number 1, baby dragon number 2. We got to get 1 more baby dragon ability in there. Get in there. No, it misses everything. Ah, okay. I mean, we do swag the 1 baby dragon. We don't swag the ability this time. And we should still get this down. It's just, it wasn't as clean. It's hard for me to touch on my baby dragon positionings, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to cross tank for as many buildings as possible. We're looking at this stage 2 now. Really quickly, why don't we count the Teslas? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Another singular Tesla here. So we're in a little bit of a weird position here because we have a very low health Battlecopter. So do we still want to use them? So in these scenarios, I ask myself, where am I going to get the Battlecopter to charge up and heal up? And I mean, there's a gold storage, which will work well. What we could do is put them on the gold storage and then put a baby dragon to take out that first firecracker. And then we could take out 3 firecrackers over here. The reason I'm still going to go with the baby dragons in this scenario is just because there are so many firecrackers over here for free with the cannon cart. So I feel like I kind of have to go baby dragons because 3 firecrackers is just such an unreal amount of defenses to get down with just 2 cannon carts. So I'm going to go for this simply because there are the 3 firecrackers. And why don't we start Battlecopter now? As I mentioned, we're going to use a baby dragon to make sure he doesn't die. In every attack, when you're using air, you want to keep that Battlecopter alive. as much as possible. That is your goal. Even if no baby dragons survive, you want the battlecopter to survive, because if he survives, you're pretty much guaranteed going to succeed. So we're getting the value with the cannon carts. So here comes the baby dragon I was talking about. There might be a Tesla here, but you see how it's tanking for the battlecopter, and it should take down that firecracker, and now you'll see the battlecopter with his ability is going to take down the builder hall. So overall, this is just a very good value battlecopter, and now we can just go throw these in both the corners. Battlecopter ability right there. Yeah, this was a very clean attack. We got to take down this Tesla before it does too much damage. There we go. Okay, so this second stage was luckily very clean. I want to say the first stage, it was cool that we got the bomber trick, but it wasn't necessarily clean. And again, I'm not really explaining how to use your baby dragons well, and using the baby dragons is just as hard as finding out how to use the cannon cards. So that's alright. I'm going to try and explain it better. Let's go see if I can do that. This base, you want to use all baby dragons. I don't really have a good reason why. It just works so well. But you know what? This is a good time to do this, because now we can actually explain the thought behind baby dragons. With baby dragons, you're trying to split up the damage among every single baby dragon. You don't want like an archer tower and a roaster to attack one baby dragon. You want to have one archer tower on one baby dragon, one expo on one thing, you see, let me show you how. If you'll pay attention to the placements here, we put battlecopter over here. Why is he going there? That's because he's going to charge up his ability. And not only that, he's going to tank for this air expo. And once he starts tanking for the air expo, we're going to send in our first baby dragon immediately. Because we want him to tank for that air expo. That way the baby dragon can get through the base. Now look at the baby dragon. Nothing is attacking the baby dragon, which means the baby dragon is going to just get in there and take down a whole lot. So that is obviously good. And then now we're just letting everything cook around the base here. Look at the baby dragon. We're going to use the ability on the archer, and then now we're going to send in our we're going to go double baby dragon there, battlecopter ability, pop, and then you see how much damage we just did with just those two baby dragons. So right now we're just going to let these guys cook for a second, because we have no reason to really rush this. And then now, and only now, are we going to place down everything else. First baby dragon ability on the Mega Tesla. Perfect. And then we're going to let the battlecopter die if he's going to die. Again, you don't really want him to die, but right now it looks like my best option is to do that. And yeah, there we go. What a beautiful attack. I'm lying. This attack was actually very bad. We're going to watch the replay of this one, because this was a really, really bad attack. I played it so poorly. So one reason I played it a little bit worse than usual is I wasn't looking at this base. I was looking at the walls, right? I know this layout, and the Mega Tesla was switched around. So I didn't really pay attention to like, oh, where do I get the value? I paid attention to, okay, this usually works against this base. Usually I wouldn't keep an attack like this in a video like this, but actually I think it's a really good learning moment, because we're going to go back and watch the replay. But first step of anything is to think, how do we recover this? So got a stage 2 here, and we know there's going to be a couple Teslas, right? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, there's going to be some Teslas. So how do we take this down? Well, number one, we know there's going to be a push trap right over here, so we don't want to walk over that tile. Number two, we know there's typically gonna be a Tesla up here somewhere, so we don't want to go that way either. All right, so we want to take down as many buildings as possible to help out our battle machine, and this cannon and double cannon right there are what I need to do to get that to really work well. So I think we're going to go like that, and then why don't we start in double cannon cart all the way from the top. We'll probably find the Tesla with the baby dragon. If we don't find the Tesla with the baby dragon, we're probably going to have a couple issues. There we go. Baby dragon finds the Tesla. That's very good for us. So now that we got that Tesla out of the way, that's probably one of my biggest concerns. The cannon carts are going to get a lot of value. And I want to start my battle machine from like all the way right here, because he's going to walk all the way to that army camp and then walk into the base. That's just going to let him charge up his ability a whole lot. And to be honest, I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. You see he's going to walk all the way inside towards the army camp. We do have a baby dragon for the other corner building, which is really my main concern, are the corner buildings in these situations. When you have very few troops, with 2 cannon carts you can usually take down an entire base. But with Okay, you kind of need both the cannon carts to do that though. So now we're not going to get through this. So overall, just not a good attack, to be honest. We're going to get the 5-star. We're going to call it a day with that. But I'm not happy with the attack. You know, obviously you're looking for 6 stars. You're not looking for a juicy 5-star or anything. Now, look, Battle Machine does get good charge up value there, but he's gonna waste another one of his shots on that. Okay, yeah, not a yummy attack. If we kept alive one cannon cart, it would be good because we would have taken down the double cannon and we would have gotten this, but we just found that push trap really unfortunate. So number 1, battlecopter position was good. I think what I didn't do is I did not prioritize this Mega Tesla because again, I didn't really know where it was. I didn't realize it had been moved. Usually it's right there, and so you take down that Mega Tesla first thing. That's my biggest mistake, is not looking at the base closer. So, number 2, let's get a little further. The cross-tanking is fine. The battlecopter is taking a lot of damage, and in this scenario, I never really know where the battlecopter is going to go. I can't tell if he's going to fly towards the Expo or fly towards the air bombs. It's very hard for me to tell. I guess when I look at it, it does. Looking at this shadow, the shadow is closer to the Expo, so that makes sense. So, battlecopter, I should have... Did I pop his ability immediately or no? So... both baby dragons go down. We do take down everything there really quickly. And in this position, I'm not looking too bad because we have 3 baby dragons left. But I just kind of threw the baby dragons down. So let me see where I put my baby dragons, because this easily could have been way cleaner. Okay, first mistake right there. We should have put the baby dragon from the corner onto the Mega Tesla. That would have gotten a way better splash zone all the way on all these buildings, and additionally, it would have let me put a baby dragon a little bit closer to this building without unraging it. So there's our first mistake. Number 2, I put a baby dragon on an elixir storage. If I put a baby dragon from the corner and a baby dragon on the Archer Tower, that would have taken down both those defenses, and I would have only needed 1 ability. Number 3, I let this battlecopter die. I literally told you never let the battlecopter die, and what did I do? I let the battlecopter die. So that we could have used an ability there to help him. We could have used a lot of different abilities, but we just chose not to. And because of that, we had to waste all of our baby dragon abilities, and we got nothing out of it. So that would be, I think, the biggest mistake. Stage 2 wasn't as bad. We just hit a trap, unfortunately, but luckily we didn't lose too many trophies. Let's go into another attack against Wunter. We're looking again at these major air defenses, and number 1, I realize, is for 1, there is not more than 2 air defenses that are not protected. These 3 are protected by the lava launcher, so only this air defense is not protected by the lava launcher. So now in this scenario, there's also 2 archer towers, which is just a real big nuisance to kind of deal with. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm gonna actually go with 2 camps of archers. And why is that? Well, what you see right here is, let's say all of these buildings do not exist. We have a direct path with a baby dragon onto a Mega Tesla that will splash onto 2 big air defenses, not including the Mega Tesla. Number 2, we have a good value for the battlecopter to charge up, and number 3, we have a free roaster over here. So we're gonna go take that out, and we're gonna use these archers just kind of as quickly as possible. Look at this. We already found a Tesla. That is really great. When you find a Tesla this early on, that's signs of good things yet to come. So we're gonna put a archer on this army camp actually, because that should finish off the Tesla instead of wasting a whole archer onto the Tesla. And then why don't we start battlecopter all the way there? Look at this. We got the archers working there. We're gonna go 1, 2. And then we do not take down that camp. That's fine. We're going to put another archer right here because, okay, that works. Because if we were to find a Tesla there with a baby dragon, that would disrupt the pathing I want to go for. So now we're going to go 2 archers right there, and they hopefully will take down that archer tower, and that's just going to help me funnel in for my cannon carts, not cannon carts, for my baby dragons. And then look at the path we're going on. We're going to get the battlecopter ability on the air bombs, and we should be able to get a baby dragon on that double cannon. So watch, again, one thing with baby dragons is cross-tanking, of course, but also speed is very important. So I'm going to try and take down this base as quickly as possible. That's a very big priority of mine. Bop, bop. Look at all the buildings that just went down. Look at every single building that just no longer exists anymore. And now, here comes cross-tanking, where look, the Archer Tower is attacking one baby dragon, and then the other baby dragons just have nothing left to worry about. Now we're going to tank for the Tesla with 1 baby dragon. And look at that. We are going to swag 3 baby dragons, 2 baby dragon abilities. We still have the battlecopter alive. And that's because we prioritized getting down the base very quickly. And additionally, we prioritized keeping all of our units pretty healthy with cross tanking. So this was a very good attack, and I'm very happy with this attack. So why don't we go ahead, and now stage 2, we're going to bring in 2 cannon carts again. I mean, look, we get down all these firecrackers with just 2 cannon carts now. Let's count for Teslas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's going to be some Teslas here. That's okay. We're just going to go like from this position. Why am I going from this position? Because I don't think he would trap with a Tesla from this position, because people aren't going to go from here. Let me show you where people usually would go from. People would go from this corner and then onto this building. So that's probably where the traps are. But we're not doing that. So why don't we also start battlecopter right here? Again, stage 2, one of your biggest priorities is you want to make sure your battlecopter is going to be charging up to his max ability. And that's exactly what we're doing right there. So now that we have that done, look at the cannon carts. We're letting them just full send into the base because we know they're going to be out of range of everything. And now we still have 2 baby dragon abilities. We still have another baby dragon for cleanup. We still have everything we could ever need. And we're also taking down 3 firecrackers before we're even having a single air troop in range of them. So we're just keeping everything healthy. Nothing is getting hurt. Everything is staying pretty good, pretty happy. We have a 1000% satisfaction rate. And now look, they're onto these firecrackers. So I'm going to send a baby dragon from the corner now. And then now we're going to go battlecopter ability. That will take out those firecrackers. And we do find a Tesla all the way over there. So I guess my prediction, yes, I'm awake. I guess my prediction for where it would be was wrong. But, you know, I think we're probably going to still 6-star. I'm going to be honest. I think we still got this one in the bag, my friends. 2 baby dragon abilities swagging per usual. Nothing's too crazy. And this was a very good attack. I am very happy with how this attack worked. So I'm going to watch the replay a little bit. And I'm going to touch on something that I think is important to note. So why don't I go ahead and do that? By the way, I do want to mention I am now in Diamond League once again. That is pretty cool. I did not think that would happen. I've just been attacking normally. I mean, look, tasty. Today we had pretty good session. I mean, obviously that was embarrassing, but why don't we go back to what I was looking at? And that was this defense right here. I mean, attack right here. So I'm going to screenshot this, and we're going to draw on it a little bit. Yeah, you can watch me draw. Okay, let me show you what I'm thinking here, okay? This is much. I should just do this for all of them, honestly. Okay, so with baby dragons, you're trying to take out all of these buildings as quickly as possible, right? These are the buildings that I need to get down. So what I want to think of is, where do I get the biggest splash value? And you'll notice this is where I took advantage of it. We had 1 baby dragon splash from right here, and that hit, okay, that's way too big. That hit all of these buildings from this direction. And then we had another baby dragon go from here and splash from here, which hit all of these buildings, right? So now these buildings have both been splashed twice by the baby dragon. And then to finish them off, we're going to use the battlecopter ability, which is going to come in from right here. It's going to splash onto this thing. And now look at this. We've splashed both of these buildings 3 different times with 3 different baby dragon and 3 different explosive abilities. So they don't exist anymore, right? Because 2 baby dragon abilities plus battlecopter ability will take out most everything. And then this one has been splashed with baby dragon and now also been splashed with the battlecopter ability, right? So the baby dragon is just going to finish that off. And keep in mind, this building right here, it doesn't exist anymore. So now when all of these buildings are taken out, with just 2 baby dragons and some archers, what is realistically left on the base but the 1 archer tower? That's why we did that. And that's why you'll notice we're trying to prioritize speed, because when there's only that 1 archer tower left, none of your baby dragons are going to really take damage. So what I saw here is that there was the possibility to splash all of these buildings with 2 baby dragons and the battlecopter ability. So I wanted to think, how do I make the straightest path to do that? And to do that, number 1 involved taking out the roaster, which we did with some archers. Number 2 involved taking out the archer tower, which we also did with the archers. And then now we just have a clean path into the base. So the 2 baby dragons and battlecopter, we also had to take out this archer tower. We did that with the battlecopter. just everything onto here, it just explodes it. That's why I did it the way I did it. Okay, I've never seen this base, but immediately first thing I see is, look, there's an Archer Tower, and that's all that is defending a Roaster and a Mega Tesla. So theoretically, I should be able to take out both of those big ticket items with cannon carts, right? And let me show you what I'm going to bring. We're going to actually bring in a P.e.k.K.a, and the P.e.k.K.a is going to take out the guard post units and also splash up the Archer Tower and take that out. So that's going to be huge. And then we're going to start a battle copter on the builder hull because it's going to charge up his ability, and then we're going to use one baby dragon on the air bombs. That's pretty huge too. Okay. This looks pretty promising, to be honest. I mean, also, what if we were to use some archers here? This is going to be a very weird attack, all right? Because this is not really going to be a huge baby dragon attack. But let me show you what the plan is, all right? We're going to go this there. Look at this. We find a Tesla. I don't even care about the Tesla because the cannon carts are just going to go take that out. And then now we should get down this Archer Tower like that. And then now pause the cannon carts. Look at that. We're going to take out the Roaster. We're going to take out everything. We're out of range of the Archer Tower. And that was huge. That was very huge. And that was just very quick. You saw that is why you want to bring in those P.e.k.K.as in those situations, is the P.e.k.K.as work so fast. You're going to get down everything you're worried about pretty much immediately. So that is why I brought in the P.e.k.K.as, and that is why we're absolutely in an amazing position here. Because now look, what we're going to do is we're just going to send in literally 2 archers over here. That archer just tested for all the traps, and then now we should be good to go. 1, 2. Those archers are going to take out the lowered Archer Tower. That's my first concern. Look at this. Even better is now we take out the other Archer Tower pretty much. So now we're just going to throw 1 archer on this Tesla. Dude, this attack just keeps getting better and better and better. We don't even really need another camp of archers because look at the battle copter absolutely going, sorry, the archers absolutely going sicko mode on that Air Expo. I mean, this was just it's over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the baby dragon over here. Battlecopter is going to tank for the air bombs, and then we're going to put 1 archer onto the Archer Tower, take that out. And then we're going to go with the battlecopter ability here in a moment, but we're just going to swag 2 archers and a cannon cart. This, honestly, it wasn't really a baby dragon attack. Like, yeah, we used baby dragon, but it really wasn't a baby dragon attack. I'll go over why I thought and I knew this would work in a second here, but first things first, we're just going to finish off the base. And yeah, this was a very fun attack. I mean, maybe how long have we been recording? 28 minutes? Yeah, we'll end on this one. This was a very fun attack, all right? But it wasn't, it's definitely like not one you should aim for. This was just like me kind of having fun with a base I've never gone against before. I don't think it's a great base. I'm not going to hype myself up too much. So we're going to go bring in 2 more baby dragons, and again, we're trying to get down as many firecrackers as possible. I see we can outrange the multi-mortar and take out both these firecrackers. And actually, why don't I explain this? This is probably the most useful thing that you can ever get, is knowing the range of cannon carts. Right here, this firecracker, we could outrange it on the multi-mortar, but it is a tile-perfect position, whereas these 2 are not. And how do I know that? That is because this firecracker is touching the multi-mortar, whereas these are not touching the multi-mortar. When they're not touching the multi-mortar, I know we can outrange it. So first things first, we're going to put down the archer there. Archer tests for traps. Archer finds no traps. Now we're sending in the cannon carts. And then where do we want to send in our battlecopter? I don't even know, because there's not really a great spot. We're going to put an archer on this elixir storage to maybe give us direct access to that firecracker. Now look, now we're sending in the cannon carts. They're going to go take down both the firecrackers. They're going to be out of range of the multi-mortar. And with the multi-mortar and cannon carts and knowing how to outrange everything, honestly, I got to tell you, it is a lot of practice. It's a lot of just, you can just tell at some point. Like when I look at something, I'm like, okay, I can outrange both these. I can outrange both those. I can outrange everything here easily. And there's no way, it's hard to really teach that. That's not something you teach, that's something you learn. So I wish I could give you better advice about that, but I just know that I can outrange both these buildings. And it's, you know, like you gotta practice if you want to do that as well. And you absolutely can. It just takes time. So watch this, we'll go battlecopter ability immediately. That's going to splash on the zappies. Now we're going to take down both those buildings. Why don't we send in the cannon carts? They're not going to be too far out of range of the multi-mortar anymore, but that's okay. We literally have 3 baby dragon abilities to swag. We don't need them. We don't want them. What a cool attack. I like this attack, my friends. This one was fun. And why don't we go, we're going to do my little game review analysis on it, and I'm going to explain to you why it worked the way it worked. But this one was good, all right? 3 baby dragons swag, 2 cannon cart swag. What more could I want? And we're in Diamond League, which I didn't think I was going to get to Diamond League this season because I'm not pushing anymore. But look, we're in Diamond League. I mean, that's just so huge. I mean, we have a pretty good battle log. That's cool. I'm happy with that. So why don't we watch this replay real quick? Let's get you guys out of here pretty fast. So why don't I pause number 1? So immediately we know that we can outrange all these buildings with the cannon carts. So I know these buildings are going to disappear. And when we get those out of the way, what I do in my mind is I imagine the base without these buildings. So I'm going to do that same exact thing here. We're going to look at the base here without those buildings. Now all of a sudden it doesn't look as scary, but I didn't want to bring 3 baby dragons because if I started the battle copter from over here, he's going to just go onto the air bombs, but I'm still going to have to deal with these 2 bad boys over here. So the baby dragons, I didn't really feel like I had a great spot to put them because there's also the archer tower over here, and I was like, I don't know, it kind of feels scary. So I didn't want to go with 3 baby dragons just for that reason. And that is why I went with the 2 archers, because I saw, okay, well, I can just take out these buildings too with the archers, and now all of a sudden, look at this, look at the base now. There's literally 2 air defenses, all right? This one and that one. And the battle copter, as we saw, can take care of one on his own, and the baby dragon could just take care of the archer tower. And now, I should have remembered that the cannon carts would splash onto the archer tower. I did not remember that. Not complaining, but worst case scenario, I was just going to put some archers there to funnel out. You saw we had 2 swag archers, so we were not really hurting for archers. And so when I see this is what all that's left, and I bring in the 1 baby dragon just in case there's a Tesla up here or something. But like that's what this is. That's what builder base is. It's just you're taking down certain defenses to make the base more approachable. So after we used our army camps to take down all of these defenses, we just made it so easy for air. Obviously, we were not going to attack now with pekkas because look, there's a double cannon, giant cannon. Those are too scary. But in comparison, there's only the 2 defenses that are all both spread out on the base, and that is why I went with the attack that I did. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this was somewhat informative, and if you would like to see more of this, please let me know. Also, dude, my defenses today, we're just going sicko mode. No wonder. Look at my log. Look at my log. No wonder I got to Diamond League, man. Oh yeah. Okay, I hope y'all enjoyed.